It's Wednesday night. You know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
Hello, hello, hello. We are live from London, England, and we are ready to get on the dad. Are you ready to get on the dad tonight?
I am ready to get on the dad tonight.
All right, let's do this thing.
All right, hit it, mates.
Mate.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. Tell me all your information.
Anything goes. It's Dynamite after dark.
Ah, man, I love that intro. Man, what a great intro. Man, we got to give that guy who does that a raise. We got to give him a nickel more an hour raise. Because
Done and done.
he's just saying it. I'm the JFB. That's who I am.
And I am Alexander Hamilton.
Yeah.
There's a million things I haven't done.
I'm waiting for Canada Dry to start doing this.
Wait. Just you wait. I found this at Target. This is great.
And I am, of course, the patron saint of all professional wrestling. I am that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I go down smooth. I'm Canada Dry, damn it.
Oh, the word on the street is that is who you are.
I'm that guy.
Yeah, but we are the Four Horsemen.
I was tempted to do the whole show British, but
Yes, and I am the fourth horseman, effing Golden Graham. And no, you're not in some alternate universe where Canada Dry is British and not Canadian anymore, so it's okay.
We are in an alternate universe because you're actually in landscape.
Look, sir, you've been out for like a week or two, and things change, okay?
I see. Goodness.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
You arm wrestle for that spot.
We'll put it on a constant rotation.
I would definitely have to say that Golden Graham is the long shot. In that. I don't know how many Funko Pop puns I'm going to have, but I got a bunch of them. So,
hey, Funko, if you're out there, by God, seriously, we're looking for investors.
We need
to get some advertising in.
We need some Funko Pops, though.
Yeah.
Listen, Funko, if you're not going to pay us any money, we're not gonna shill your merch.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, that's a fair deal. I mean,
yeah.
That's how it works.
Noob and Company in the house with us.
Oh, good. Noob. I like Noob.
Yeah. And then Lord Rich Southwood is in the house.
And this is what he said. He said, "Hello, everyone."
According to Rich, he used to have over 600 Funkos. That's a lot of Funkos.
That's something that somehow disappeared the same day he got engaged.
Yeah.
Things have anything to do with each other. Could be correlation, not causality.
There you go. Seriously. All right. So, anyways, guys, before we get into AEW Dynamite, I want to do really quickly what we thought about Forbidden Door, but I really want us to do number of bells for the whole pay-per-view and your match of the night. Canada Dry, you go first.
This pay-per-view was off the charts. I loved every single match. It was just great. Yeah. But the one that the match that everyone is talking about, I'm so lucky that you chose me first.
Yeah.
Is Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega.
Yeah. Wow.
But the thing is, I think they have more in them and they could do it better.
Yeah, I think so
which
too.
is crazy because this match was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Well, they did a video package, and Will Ospreay was like, "If you want to settle this, you know where I'm at."
Yeah.
So definitely implying there's going to be a third. I just don't know
Wrestle
when.
Kingdom.
So I give this 4 bells.
Okay.
And it's hard to pick a segment. But we won't do segment.
Yeah. Okay.
So 4.5 bells for me.
Okay. Trey J.
Gotta say, this one actually started off a little bit slow for me.
Yeah.
The back half of the show is definitely far superior to the first half of the show.
Yes, absolutely.
A couple of slight disappointments. Definitely would have wanted to see Tom Lawler versus Adam Cole, and I hope they figure out a way to reschedule that.
Yeah.
But you look at MJF versus Hiroshi Tanahashi, which I think was, which as a starting off match is it took a lot to put that kind of match together. These are two guys with totally different styles, and of course Tanahashi is nowhere near the competitor that he used to be.
Yeah.
And I still think that they told a great story.
Yeah.
Match wasn't perfect, but they told a great story. And I think we start looking at it from the terms of like storytelling in a lot of these matches. It's a 5 out of 5 bell show.
Yeah.
The in-ring action on some of the matches, could have been language barrier, could have been a whole bunch of other things. But it's still such a solid show.
Yeah.
At the fact that you got Danielson that wins with a broken freaking arm.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
And of course Ospreay and Ospreay and Omega was just great. I think the only thing that downgrades that is like Don Callis kind of trying to chew up too much scenery.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
But overall, I think it still was the best match of the night.
All right. Golden Graham.
Okay. So for me, 5 bells. I loved everything about this show. I do have a moment, my favorite moment, and I told you all this would happen. Danielson coming out to the final countdown. I lost my shit.
Yeah.
Like I went crazy.
Yeah.
So obviously, match of the night is Omega and Ospreay, but I'm going to shed some love on that fatal 4-way.
Yeah.
My God, Orange Cassidy and crew. That match was amazing. I loved it.
Yeah.
It's sung. It's sang a beautiful song. Like it should have brought a tear to the eye. I'm gonna give it 4.5 out of 5 bells. I mean, the thing that really bothered me was how abruptly the main event ended. I don't know if it's because Danielson was just like, I can't go any further. We got to call this. Let's just go home. But Okada seemed to look a little confused as to what was going on. So that's the only thing that took the shine off of giving it 5 out of 5. And that Omega, the Omega Ospreay match, greatest match of the night. I mean, they tore that place down. I am jealous of every single person that was there to watch it live, because watching it on the big screen pales in comparison. So
people are saying it is the greatest U.S. title match of all time.
I would say with
the New Japan one, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Not saying that there haven't been some bangers.
And that's saying a lot, because there's been some really good U.S. title matches in New Japan.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's what we thought about Forbidden Door. Overall, great freaking show.
Do we want to do the math and see what we gave it?
No.
4 5/8.
4 5/8. There we go.
He's like, no.
Trey J, the human computer's freaking doing it all over again.
I want to point out that like Canada Dry has really been dragging our scores down a lot lately, and I'm gonna start just like counting the 3 of us.
What are you talking about? I give 4.5.
Wait, didn't you say 4? You said I give it 4 bells. Roll the tape.
No, he said 4.5.
No, he did change it to 4.5.
Yeah, he said 4.5.
So you might have given it about.
You're lucky. Well, that brought us back up. That brings us up to a 4.75.
Okay.
You would say 4.
I accept your apologies, sir.
Real quick, before we move on to tonight,
I
don't know if you saw, but in the post-match scrum, Danielson was like, I want another match with Okada because I want to break his arm now.
Yeah. Yeah.
He also said, we're so glad we weren't following Omega. And
well, he said he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Well, the crowd would have been drained for that, honestly.
Yeah.
But like it was crazy though that it was something so simple because it was like what was it, the elbow drop that caused the break?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
So did you do it?
And it was only the second worst elbow drop of the night.
Yeah.
That move that Will Ospreay did on Kenny Omega, it was the Tiger Driver 92, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh,
they did that so well because I thought they botched it.
Yeah.
But he was leaning onto his elbow and had his elbow take the brunt of it. But his head smushed in there. They did. That's just mastery. That's like a magician.
Yeah. That's David Copperfield level.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Guy made his Statue of Liberty disappear.
Yeah, some of those top guys, man, they have so much like just reflexive control.
Yeah.
AJ Styles was a master at that. Like AJ Styles used to look like he was like going to land so badly, but it was like he would just turn his body slightly. He understood that kinesiology.
Well, what happens is the American audience gets a chance to see what we have seen 2, 3, 4 years ago when they were doing this in New Japan.
Yeah.
So like what you're seeing is nothing. Like, yeah, that may be match of the night. If it wins match of the year, I'd be like, what? Okay, but this should have been match of the year 2 years ago when they did it before. So
true.
Yeah.
I still don't understand the full appeal of Tomohiro Ishii, and I'm gonna get to that when we actually start the.
I was hoping you were gonna go there.
It does, man. It just irritates me because I'm like, this dude has no calf muscles whatsoever.
Oh no, he doesn't. It's
no.
Let's get to the first
one. You said you called him called him a brick shit house. Is that a term?
Yeah, brick shit house. All right, here we go. We go into Dynamite. It's going to be 6/28. It's going to be coming from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Woo!
I guess they sold a few tickets from since that.
Yeah, I know, huh? Jeez, that place was just packed. I don't know how they gave them, but who cares?
They were saying it was only like 900 tickets sold.
Yeah, sure. Well, yeah, I know that stadium holds about 10 to 12,000. So I'm going to say they beat that estimate. So, yep. You WWE apologists, you marks out there.
Yep.
So we start with the match, and we start with, of course, Jon Moxley, and he's going up against Tomohiro Ishii. I don't like this Wild Thing theme music. I'm sorry.
It doesn't fit him anymore.
It doesn't. No. That's like good tweener.
Yeah.
Not flippant. Whatever we're getting at this point with.
Well, that's the problem though. When you spend all this money on this song.
Yeah. We gotta keep using it. We paid for it. So we'll talk about theme songs in a second too, as well. Yeah. They go nose to nose, but man, Ishii can chop down a tree with that hand. Like he can slice through wood. Like that is one of the hardest chops in wrestling, man. And just and then they talk about Kingston being in the. Did I hear it correctly? He's going to be in the G1 Climax. Eddie Kingston.
I heard it. Yeah, him and Moxley will be in.
Hell yeah! I'm all for that. I'm all for that. Kingston's coming in. Of course, he's going after Mox. We get shenanigans. The best part of this opening match was that Claudio and Kingston locked eyes and did not leave their sight. Like they stayed locked in. That ring could have been on fire. Moxley could have been shooting people with an AR-15. They were locked in. Like it was perfect. So Canada Dry, first match of the night.
Well, let's go with Trey J. He's got some burning tongue coming out.
Trey J, you're up first.
So, I like how you started off with the comment about Ishii being able to chop down a tree with that. Do you you've heard of RPW over in the UK, right?
Yeah.
They actually had Ishii versus Walter.
Yeah, really.
And they chopped the it was like you chop and then it's like damage to the building between the two of them. I mean, you talk about two meaty men slapping meat. They were definitely doing that. Like I said, Ishii is such a interesting character. Like I sometimes the wins that he gets irritate me
Yeah.
But then, like, watching tonight, the losses that he takes kind of irritates me because it's almost like Ishii will phone it in when he knows when you know Ishii's about to lose when he starts phoning it in.
Yeah.
And he phoned it in a lot in this match. And it's not that the match was terrible, but given what we had just seen like 3 days ago, this was a significant letdown. Like this was not the full strike battle. This wasn't the demonstrative thing. To this day, like I said, I don't understand the appeal of Ishii. I remember at Forbidden Door, they said, for the first 10 years of his career, he couldn't buy a win. It was just like, that was a weird thing to say.
That's not a good way to sell something.
Yeah, that's not a good way to sell this guy. It's like, but then he won like a random title, and then he just to the moon. It's like, but he didn't make it to the moon. Like he just he stayed in like mid-card, like indie darling life.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's like Ishii in a singles match always is a tough sell to me.
Yeah.
So
I like him way better in trios and
they hide his shortcomings. Like this is a guy who he doesn't have a neck. How does a DDT work on him?
Yeah, it doesn't.
He shouldn't. He
has no spine. It's all just traps.
It's just traps. It's traps.
Yeah, it's just traps. And he's got like a jaw. And that's it. That's all he needs. Golden Grant, what did you think of the match?
It was an okay match. Like this wasn't about the match. This whole thing was just more about Eddie and Mox and Eddie and Claudio.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, Ishii, I love Ishii just because I love how he wrestles.
Yeah.
But he doesn't really fit the American scene.
Yeah.
He is a New Japan guy through and through. And it's just, he's a strong style guy. He's the never open weight division strong style guy who they just chop each other and they no sell everything.
Yeah. I want you guys to see something while we're on this subject. This is what a leg is supposed to look like. You see that? You see that leg right there? Where's Ishii? None of the above.
Ishii just skips leg day and just works all up her body.
Yeah, he just works up her body, baby.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks like a Goomba from like the Mario Brothers.
He does.
But did you see
old top
how much Ishii got into John Moxley's head there? Like that gash was pretty freaking wide.
Yeah. It was nasty. You saw at the end when it was sewn up. Yeah, it was freaking nasty. Like, it looked like
that was bad. Like that was bad even from Moxley.
Yeah,
he's gonna have a Dusty Rhodes forehead pretty soon.
Oh, he's pretty close. I mean, he's a couple of tracks away from looking like Dustyville.
He's already at like a New Jack right now.
Yeah, New Jack and Junkyard.
So we got New Jack, then we got Dusty. Is there anyone after?
After Dusty is Abdul the Butcher.
Yeah. Oh man, we could literally talk about this on Sunday.
The worst scars.
Let's talk about those beautiful scars on your foreheads, guys. So we go to Renee with Adam Cole and MJF, and you know what? I'm digging the odd couple. I'm also digging the transition from the arrogant, devilish MJF and going into the frat bro MJF. And you notice by his clothes that he's just like, bro, let's do stuff, bro. Let's just bro out. We know what we're getting to, but this is going to be a fun trip because I like this side of MJF that you don't see on the Indies. The Indies, you just see pissed off MJF all the time. Golden Grab, you go first.
I hope and pray that either on Collision or next week on Dynamite, we get another one of those video packages of those two like out on the town.
Yeah.
That's what I want out of this because it's going to be hilarious.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to be perfect.
That's what I want.
All right. Power Glove of Glory World effing champion.
Say my name. I think this is just absolutely wonderful.
Yeah.
To see these two interact. If we get some sort of singing going on, I don't know. But I too am looking forward to seeing what these two are going to do when they're hanging out. Broing out, bro.
Yeah. because that's MJF. You either get a prick or you get the frat bro. Neither one are very smart. We all know that. And only cares about themselves. And that's what we're going to learn in the end when eventually there's a turn. So, Trey J, your thoughts?
Just want the shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously, I just want the shirt. Like if anybody wants to, do something nice for Trey J, just get me that particular shirt.
Yeah, JFB takes it extra large.
Like Benji brought me, you guys, Benji bought me a shirt last week, and I'm like, dang, if I had just waited a week.
Yeah.
You could have a shirt.
He got me a United Empire shirt. And
Okay.
so, like, if we had just waited a week, I'd have been like, dang, that's the one.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, he's like the world's worst friend to have, because he'll keep you around, buying you things, loving on you, and then he'll just leave you for dead.
Yeah.
That kind of friend is like, oh my goodness. We've all had those cool friends that don't really love us, and they'll just like ditch us.
Yeah, exactly. Just they'll be like the greatest friend you've ever had for about a year and a half, 2 years, and then boom, gone.
This is the classic.
He sold my wife.
Yeah.
Oh, snap.
This is the classic case of with friends like MJF who needs enemies.
Yeah. With friends like MJF who needs enemies. There you go. I love it. However they're going to get there, I don't care. I just want more of this. I don't want, throw a match in here and there and some shenanigans happens, but like, I want to see a very decrepit Adam Cole trying to keep up with the Jewish rock star persona that MJF has. And, like I want to see his hair start graying. I want to see him start using a cane. Like, really sell into it. Yeah, I'm telling you, how freaking awesome would that be? The poor Renee, she gets pulled into a whole shenanigans. And there's Mox, and then there's yelling and screaming. There's Kingston. It's just mayhem. Get a video package of the U.S. U.S. heavyweight, the IWGP U.S. heavyweight belt. Wow. If that's your only access to what happened, search, it's out there. Just find it.
Find a way and watch that shit.
And watch that, because that's technically how wrestling should be all the time, is matches like that. That's why you pay money to watch those shows. So, Orange Cassidy, he's our second match. He's teamed up with El Hijo, Vikingo, and Keith Lee. Odd couple. Okay, odd trio. I understand. Let's see where this goes. They're going to go against Garcia, Parker, and Menard, or as I call him, stroke victim number 187. Best fighting champ in all of wrestling is Orange Cassidy.
Yep.
Plain and simple, Orange Cassidy. That's it. It's just Orange Cassidy. And I'll say this, when they show the video package out of the team forums, I'd rather have my son listen to Orange Cassidy and whatever he said, which was like, join, whatever. And he gets Keith Lee on board, and Keith Lee steps aside. There's Vikingo, gives him the thumbs, whatever, and then boom, that's how the team is made. Ooh. Yeah. All right. Let's go Canada Dry first.
All right. This match had lots of action, high flying. But what I really noted from this was that Keith Lee possibly saved Vikingo's life.
Yeah.
He totally missed everyone.
Yeah.
And Keith Lee caught his legs and saved him.
Yeah.
And it looked like it actually hurt him a bit.
Yeah.
So good on Keith Lee.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Trey J, your thoughts on the match?
Sadly, I don't really have a lot of thoughts on this match. Daniel Garcia continues to be a delight in pretty much everything that he does.
Yep.
It's just that, like, at some point, you gotta hope that there's something in store for him, because this guy is doing everything right.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like the semi-comedy specials with the 2.0 guys.
Yeah.
The Cone, the Keep Missing, and Three Stooges act. But
Yeah.
Daniel Garcia is above this.
Yeah.
And I do hope that, like, if somebody is going to dethrone Orange Cassidy, I kind of hope it is Garcia.
Oh, I do too.
Because it's been way too long since Garcia's held a title.
Yeah.
Uh,
it's making him look weak.
Yeah, it really is. And it's starting to really make his stock value go down. And I hate to see that because he's so talented.
Yep. 100%. Call the Graham.
Yeah, I enjoyed this match. It's fun. When I first heard of this, I was like, this is weird. Like the pairing of OC and Vikingo and Keith Lee. But after this match, my thought is like, anytime Keith Lee is on my screen, I'm happy because he's just so good. He deserves everything and more.
Yeah, absolutely.
He finally dyed his hair and his beard.
Yep.
He looked younger tonight than he has in a very long time.
He's like, okay, this gray old man thing ain't working.
Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna swab it up just for men. I'm telling you.
That, and I like after tonight, like I'm ready for the JAS to be over.
Yeah.
Like, there was no one came out to any JAS Tron music or anything like that.
Yeah.
Like, Jericho and Sammy didn't even come out together, but Sting and Darby did.
Yeah, get rid of it.
That was on purpose to really create the tension.
I know, but still.
Yeah. Well, you got to build up something to get people vested in the main event. So, but you're right. I mean, they're useless like balls on a female hog. Yeah.
JAS's stock is so low right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to bring it right back up because we're going to go and talk about video package of the Doors main event. Then we get Renee with Jericho and Guevara. This was for Jericho. Why Sammy was there, I have no idea. This wasn't for anyone else other than to hype up Chris Jericho as the painkiller because we're on the back end of his life. I mean, we're on the back end of his wrestling career, at least. So, Canada Dry, your thoughts really quick?
Which one was it? What I'm talking about?
Jericho.
The backstage segment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was just, Jericho got all hot.
Yeah.
I like seeing the passion, but it's same old Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
At this point, you're getting what you're getting.
Yeah. You're lucky.
Yeah.
You get to see it because we know it's coming. It's an inevitability. You just wonder how long they're going to really stretch. He wants to stretch it out.
I think he's got maybe 2 years left in him, maybe.
I don't know. I mean, unless somehow let's say, for instance, he takes Dubby. Now, he's 50-something years old, okay? So, homeboy is way up there in years, way up there in... So what if we were to say, hey, Chris Jericho, because he watches the show, he listens, Chris, why don't you go ahead and get some Dubby at dubby.gg. That's dubby.gg. You enter in our code, which happens to be effing wrestling, gets you 10% off. So go to dubby.gg, type in effing wrestling, get 10% off your entire order. There's no sugars or jitters, none of that. It's all natural. It's perfect. All of us, we love Dubby. So go to dubby.gg, effing wrestling, 10% off. Trey J, what did you think of the video promo?
We are lucky to be in this era, honestly. Like, being a wrestling fan throughout this time is different than anybody else. It's like we've seen the rise and fall of WCW. We've seen the NWO. We've seen Vince McMahon become the most powerful person. We've seen the beginnings of AEW. We've seen the entirety of the career of Chris Jericho, which has honestly spanned what may be about like the 4 most important decades of wrestling.
Yeah, absolutely.
And he's reinvented himself so many times as a result of this that we honestly are lucky that he doesn't phone it in. He doesn't. He always does. Even like the Painmaker gimmick, like the way he was kind of parodying his different New Japan opponents. The fact that he's even able to like reintroduce these gimmicks when necessary for AEW. It's like we are watching a genius at work.
Yeah.
And every time I see Jericho, I look at the fact that like Hangman Page exists in this world, and he said he doesn't need to listen to veterans.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what an idiot. Jericho is great. Yeah. Whatever he decides to do in wrestling, out of wrestling, he's great at it.
Yeah. I really wish Hangman would address that comment because he's probably hearing shit like this all the time. So I wish he would address it.
Yeah. I think it's a diss
though, honestly, with Hangman, that he has that sense of self-awareness to realize that he's wrong yet.
Yeah. I don't know, Golden Graham, what do you think?
So I know Canada Dry said like this is like the same old you get what you get with Jericho, but I disagree. Like this is my favorite Jericho when he's serious, when he clearly has a mission, an end goal for something.
Yeah.
And like I really enjoyed his promo tonight. Yeah, I don't know why Sammy had no reason to be there other than the fact that he was just in the tag match.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Trey J said it right. Like we've seen literally the whole career of Jericho.
Yeah.
And like he doesn't do bad work. Like it's ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, wow. I mean, Trey J hits it right on the head because like I remember seeing the very end of his Mexican career was the beginning of me knowing Chris Jericho.
So you don't think he has 2 years left in him?
I don't know. I mean, even AEW schedule now. There's Collision. If he holds a belt, he's going to either be on one or the other. He might back.
What if after one more year, he became like an authority figure or like a manager of a faction or something?
That would be great. I would have him no problem because I think that in all honesty, Tony Khan needs Chris Jericho. Who was the first person they hired? It was Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
And they hired him specifically for one reason and one reason only. He loves the business.
Yeah.
Regardless of how famous Fozzy gets or how famous an author he becomes or this or that, it doesn't matter. He's always going to be known for one thing and one thing only, and that's professional wrestling.
Yeah, one would argue that his band is only over because he's Chris Jericho.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
So real quick before we move on, like I sort of like that idea, Canada Drive, like having authority figures. Like you put Jericho on Dynamite, and then in like a year or so have Danielson on Collision.
Yeah.
Like because they're both at the same spot in their career. Danielson's come out and basically said this is my last contract. So
yeah.
But that's like an addict saying this is my last hit.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Oh, man. So from a promo to a promise, we get match number 3. It's going to be the Dark Order. Man, Negative One is growing up. He's getting big. What the hell is she feeding him? Like up in upstate New York? Like, what are you? Is it like beef? It's like pure organic? I don't know. But man, that kid just sprout up like a freaking weed. And then we get the Elite. They come in to Carry On My Wayward Son, which I really honestly wish if you're going to do one for the Bucks and Hangman Page, please, oh please, just do a generic entrance for just them. Because when they made that announcement, even though I saw at a page, I thought it was Kenny Omega. Like, come on, guys.
I just like hearing the song. Come on.
Once again, this is a case of we paid for the licensings, we better use it. So
yeah. Sucky. Anyways. You know what? Trey J, you go first. What are your thoughts on the match?
I don't know. I just feel like the whole match has made me feel like, man, Hangman's an ass.
Yeah.
Like the promo beforehand, it just whole thing. It's like I have never honestly felt like the elite deserved to beat down as bad as they got till today.
Yeah.
Like it's always kind of like, it's time. It was kind of like, oh no, y'all had that coming. And then the fact that the Dark Order walks away from it is just, it's the right thing to do. This is good storyline for them because the Bucks have kind of gotten away with murder.
Yeah.
And I think this has really been like cathartic and comeuppance for them. Like, them beating the Dark Order was a necessary evil.
Yeah.
They can't lose to the Dark Order. The announcement of Blood and Guts is phenomenal.
Yeah.
The fact that Blood and Guts is 3 weeks from now, not exactly as phenomenal as I would like.
Because of Danielson.
Right? But otherwise, this is solid storytelling.
Yeah.
And honestly, if the Elite win, I'm going to be a little disappointed.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
I hate to say it, the Elite are not the good guys in this story.
No, they are who they are in reality. They are pricks.
Yeah. And everything that's happening right now is very deserved.
Yeah.
It's like if you follow the storyline, it's earned. This is an earned ass. It's like you've been campaigning for this ass whooping and now you got elected.
Golden Graham, your thoughts on the match and the shenanigans?
So I'm going to start with if you guys don't watch BTE, like it has laid the groundwork for this.
Mm-hmm.
And like my thoughts are like this is like in my eyes, the only bad guy here is Adam Page.
Yeah.
It's not the Bucks. All the Bucks did was ask Adam Page to team with them because they needed a hand. And it's been laid the seeds for forever that Matt Jackson was like, I screwed up. I need to make amends with my former best friend.
Yeah.
And it's the Dark Order who couldn't accept that, at least on BTE. So it's nice to see this come full circle.
Yeah.
Because like I said before, like I don't buy into the Dark Order anymore. Like they've been so decimated and beat down that it's like
because why? It's because the Brody Lee shine is about gone.
Like it was very apropos that the Bucks and Hangman Page just basically blew off the Dark Order the first time, thinking they were there just to intrude on their thing, not to actually accept the open trios match.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Canada Dry, you want to add anything?
This right here is proof that pro wrestling is indeed a soap opera.
Oh, absolutely.
In every way. Because in no real society would a group of three men, another group of three men, hey, you weren't hanging with us no more.
I felt like
you haven't called us. Like it's so bitchy and whiny. Like,
whoa,
actually do this.
It should
if
just
you're
been...
upset, they would push it deep down inside.
I felt like I was back in high school watching this.
Yes,
honestly,
it should have been at a Bennigan's and a six top with solo cups of beer. Go, bro. Like that would have been way more entertaining than what we got,
bro.
Yeah, like bro.
Wait. You still have Bennigan's?
No, I just pulled I remember going to it as a kid.
I haven't seen a Bennigan's in 20 years. If you still got Bennigan's, I'm coming to Boston.
Hey, we might have a Bennigan's.
I don't even know what Bennigan's is, but I know it's food.
I'm in the business to resurrect bankrupt companies into Wall of Famers. That's what I'm looking for.
Bennigan's should have never went out of business. Bennigan's was fantastic.
I need some pizza. Where can I get some pizza?
Yeah, get some pizza.
You want some pizza?
Like, where can't you get
pizza
nowadays?
Let's all chip in McDonald's in Canada.
Is that one cool? Pineapple, ham pineapple?
Oh, of course.
No, not
you have to have the white. You have to have the white
pizza.
pizza.
Pineapple on yours?
I don't really like cooked pineapple.
This will be the last episode JJ's on.
I love cooked pineapple, but I just can't mess with
I guess me and Jip, you'll share the Hawaiian.
Yeah, we'll share that. We'll share that side. You can have the Hawaiian
grilled chicken and pineapple. That'll work for me.
Okay.
You guys can have the anchovy and where's your sister?
You can't put fish on pizza, man. You should.
And the Worcestershire sauce.
Ooh, and about a half ounce of salt just poured
Yes.
right onto it. Eat this,
Hey,
buddy.
would you like some pizza with your salt?
Oh, oh, so salty.
Just like Alex Haney.
Oh no, he's saltier than the Dead Sea.
Now he's King Alex Haney now.
Oh, geez. Well, one can
I
only
used the
hope.
power glove of glory and made him a king.
Maybe in fact now we can go ahead and get a guy who, I don't know. We have a lot of
I don't
kings.
know
We have a
where
lot
I'm
of kings that were very, very bad at erasing a lot of those memories from my head. So
I see a cross-brand Battle of the Kings coming soon between
cool.
Haney and Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis is not a real king. He's not acknowledged.
We get the conclusion to what I like to call frat boy and the guy. It looks like he just picked up a homeless hobo in his '69 Volkswagen Bug or Volkswagen Bus. Hey, come on, let's go paint the town red. We're gonna rave. Blah blah blah. And he gets in the car and he just gives that worried look as he enters the car. Like, dear God, I think I'm about to be. I think things are about to get frisky. Like it's just he has that sign, like that sign for help. We're gonna skip on to the fourth match because everything else was just like whatever. Well, no, let's get to Jungle Boy's promo. Sorry, I'm fast forwarding through Jungle Boy's promo. Hand to dry, you go first.
This was the Jungle Boy we needed. I loved every single minute of it. I loved his shitty little beard. I loved his growing pains jacket.
Yeah.
That's not a growing pains jacket. That's his father's jacket from Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh, pop culture bar brought to you on by
He's wearing like, look
Golden
at me, I got the Hollywood jacket. Oh yeah, he was just a dick. And I loved every second. This is so much easier to be a good heel than a good babyface. So much.
Okay. Trey J, your thoughts?
I like the fact that he's getting rid of the music. Hopefully he's ditching the entire Jungle Boy attitude. Jungle Boy does not quite have that control of the crowd. A lot of this really felt like Christian Light.
Yeah.
He said the right things other than my natural aversion to calling a woman a B word is just, kind of got triggered on that one.
Yeah.
That
was unnecessary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Jungle Boy, he's kind of in that self-discovery phase. It's kind of like, yeah, you're kind of discovering your character right now, especially what it is. Him running away from Hook was odd.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like something about that. It's like, no, you were man enough to hit that man. Like, I don't know. It was missing something. It's kind of like you just went like, you're immediately going chicken shit heel, and it's like we already have enough of those.
We have one that's a champion.
Yeah, and so it's like, where exactly does he fit in? Because he's not as good as either one.
Yeah,
not of the main ones. I don't know, something about it, And then watching Hook like throw trash cans around and like randomly hit a security guard was kind of like, and that security guard was just like what'd I do to you?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hook, I feel like this story definitely needs enough time to be fleshed out.
Oh yeah.
I can't give it a solid rating right off net, just off the first.
Better than anything we got from him before.
Ooh.
The best thing he's ever done.
Oh.
On the mic.
You
don't think so?
Well, Graham, your thoughts?
He's definitely a work in progress. Like, there was some really cringy moments in that promo that I'm I could do without. And I agree with Trey J. Like, we don't need no more chicken shit heels. Like, I mean, I know, granted, he can't be the 2002 Brock Lesnar where he's the bad guy and beats everyone up.
Yeah.
There's a little ground in between. Like, I think that, like, for me, that's like the problem with like modern day, like today's wrestling is it's either they're the chicken shit heel who wears a suit or nothing at all. Like, it's
Yeah.
a little variety in in the heel work would be nice.
Yeah.
What am I wrong about?
I know Rich Astro said this was the worst look for Jungle Boy. I mean,
Everyone
I
is
think
like,
people are just hating on Jungle Boy. That's all it is.
It's not even
Everyone's
hating
like-
on Jungle Boy. It's just a simple fact that like this isn't new.
yeah,
And that's where I think the problem for this heel turn is going to be. It's like, you guys remember when Raven was, when Raven actually kind of went from being tweener to full heel.
yeah,
You knew what that was. It was different. It was like cultish. It was something.
it was damn near satanic.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
It was a trance. Like Jungle Boy needs to have something. Like Jungle Boy is just coming across like a bitter individual, and that's not going to resonate.
You guys just need to let it simmer on the pot and see what.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. We got to see where this goes because right now it's not the best start. It's not the best start as a story.
I think this is the worst promo he's done ever. I think there are other stuff that's better than what he threw out there because the setup was perfect. He heel promoed 101, which is fine because that's what he needs to do to establish what kind of heel we're expecting to get a decent run with. Maybe it's because MJF is not that prick that Jungle Boy is going to take MJF's place for right now.
The problem is Jungle Boy doing promos against Hook isn't going to work.
No.
Jungle Boy's highlight of the entire promo is when he is talking trash to Taz.
Yeah.
Because Taz will actually talk back. The problem with that though was when he made that mention to Taz, Taz laughed at him.
Yeah.
Audibly into the mic.
Yeah.
And it killed the vibe.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I would have much like to see just Taz like stand up and like just cut to him and.
But when Taz laughed, it was kind of like that was our cue to almost laugh at the situation.
I hope that somewhere along this thing that Taz gets laid out.
It won't happen because now Taz has to be face. Period. Yeah. That Taz will get laid out. I'm sure he'll get laid out by Jungle Boy, and he'll get laid out by whoever is going to be backing Jungle Boy. We get that, and please don't let it be Goldberg. But we get that.
The other gold.
Yeah, we get that's coming. But I think someone said in the back, let's just light up the announcers and see what happens. And that threw Jungle Boy off. Because when they showed the announcers and Taz stood up, he fumbled that like at the goal line.
Yep.
And it just got progressively worse until it just got
like, you know what I think the worst thing about this whole thing is going to be is the fact that he's feuding with Hook because Hook isn't strong on the mic either.
Mm-mm.
I think for this to really work, I think Jungle Boy would have needed a really strong. Maybe that's where Taz comes in, who can be the one to bounce off on the mic.
Yeah,
I definitely think the Hook choice is questionable.
Yeah, he's going to be Heyman on the mic. Is what he's going to be.
Yeah, well, hopefully, maybe this is what brings Stokely back, and so then it's like Jungle Boy and Big Bill or somebody else who at least was like tangentially involved in that Jungle Hook feud.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to see him join Bullet Club Gold. They have enough 100-pound guys already.
Yeah. Yeah. I completely agree. Let's go to match number 4, Ruby Soho. She's taking on effing intern Beth. Beth, it was a pleasure working with you. Unfortunately, due to injury sustained from this match, you're not coming back. Go, Graham, you go first.
Yeah, I mean, it was a squash match. It is
a squish match.
Squish match. Yes, like it sucks that Britt Baker is sick. I'm glad that they actually acknowledged why she was sick.
Yeah,
doesn't sit here and talk to us like we're dumb, like the
Yeah.
WWE sometimes, where they just ignore real life relationships.
Yeah.
So,
Am I the only one who thinks that Ruby Soho looks like Beaker with green hair?
I've been saying that for a minute, actually.
I'm just saying. Controversy no longer. It's now confirmed. I mean, we got people talking about it already. That's what we're going to put. Soho. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to hashtag this sucker. You guys figure it out. That's not something I can do right now.
My man is struggling, y'all.
someone in the comments can come up with a hashtag for us.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
by Soho
was horrible.
No, it was amazing.
See,
I absolutely loved it.
Like for me, I hated the beginning of it. I thought it was.
Hey, it's not your turn.
Well, I wasn't done talking. You cut me off. No, but real quick, like I hated the ending of it by the beginning, but by the end, she had me sold. So
yeah,
I'm like, that was my big takeaway from that.
Yeah, it just felt choppy to me. That's the only problem I had. Its cadence was way off. It was a beat. It just felt weird. It just felt very odd. There wasn't any punch to it that I thought it needed to have to establish that they
I
are
think
badasses.
the foodies of wrestling are out tonight. Ew, I can't eat this. Ew, no, I can't eat this.
This is medium rare. Take it back and put it on the oven. Damn it.
Yes. But you got to realize when you put it back, they're spitting it.
Oh yeah.
If you put it back,
that's why the first time I tried that, my father told me when I was 10 years old is that you never send the food back because they will do the most heinous stuff to it.
And if you don't tip the delivery boy that first time, next time you're getting spit in it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They know who you are. Whether you're good or nice, they know. They check it twice.
They're like, oh shit, I gotta come to this no tip house.
Yeah, exactly. They know it by heart. So, and just remember, these are people too who have to have money to buy stuff that you sell.
Mm-hmm.
You sell a car, you treat a server like that is just downright dirty. Just saying.
That's a nice little rabbit trail. I like that rabbit trail.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Grabs, your thoughts on the fourth match?
I already gave my thoughts. I think we're up to either Canada Dry or Trey J.
Oh, I'm sorry, Canada Dry. You go first. Oh, you go next.
Yeah, I love that promo. As I was talking about the foodie thing, I just enjoyed listening to her rant about Britt Baker.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. You guys don't, but I really liked it. I liked hearing her fire.
Yeah. Top heel.
I just like the fact that she won the match with the lockjaw.
Yeah.
That was really cool.
Yeah. It proved the point. Your finisher is not that strong. Anybody can do it. Yeah. I think is a good way to call her out. Overall the promo was really good. It just felt really choppy. Like it was a perfect time for her to get a perfect shot. She just, I felt like it just felt like it was off. Like it felt like it was just choppy.
It had that like NWO kind of feel where they would splice the promos together.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. So we go to a promo with Johnny TV. That's right. Remember when John Hennigan was a real wrestler?
No.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Oh yes, Pepperidge Farm remembers.
I just remember he was abs that could come off the top rope.
Yeah. Why is he there? I don't like Johnny. Period. I since he left Lucha Underground, he's trying to milk that on the indies, and it didn't work. And now he's like Johnny wherever I'm from or wherever I'm going. So like, hey, I'm in Iowa. I'm Johnny Potato. Like it's sad. It really is sad that this guy potentially could have been the next Hulk Hogan, and it couldn't have been Stone Cold. That's how big of a star that he could have been. And he got full of himself and thought he was bigger than what he was. What are you going to do?
It's kind of like he is the most successful Marty Jannetty in history.
You are correct. Yeah.
Better Marty Jannetty than Marty Jannetty.
Yeah, he's better Marty Jannetty.
At least he's booking stuff. At least he's booking. Because if you go to his Twitter page, it's not like it's like paranoid psycho guy. It's actually like, hey, I'm booked here. I'm going to be here. I'm not going to be there. Blah, blah, blah. You can actually, I mean, the guy's working. At least he's booking. You know, at least he's working Monday night. This is a good chance you may not.
So it seems like he's equal to QTV in the stable. Johnny TV and QTV.
Yeah, absolutely.
The best part of that entire promo was like Harley trying to do the Isaiah Cassidy moan. Like,
yeah,
she completely blew it, but it was still cool because
yeah.
We got two things. One, if you're saying Nitro is the Marty Jannetty, who's the Shawn Michaels?
The Miz.
Miz. Okay, I get you.
The Miz.
Yeah.
But he's a weak Shawn Michaels.
Yeah.
Fair. And then with that I don't know if y'all saw, but like an hour before Dynamite, it broke that Harley, she was now a full-time with AEW. So she signed it.
Yeah.
It was that rap. It was that rap that put her over.
Yeah.
I don't know. Did you say that rap that put her over or that rack that put her over? Because I feel like either one of those things could be true.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie.
Either one could be true.
Yeah.
Both. I'm gonna say both put her over.
Yeah.
All three.
There you go. All right. Let's get to our main event. Whew. I don't even know why this is a freaking tag match. Probably why they made it a tornado tag match so that other things can be happening while the stuff we need to watch is happening in the middle.
It was to make it as long as it is.
Yeah. We get Sting and Darby, and they're going to be facing Jericho and Sammy Guevara. Here are a few of my notes. Whew. I like swinging bats at each other and hearing metal tings. Every time I hear it, I keep looking around to see if I have something playing baseball. So, like, every time I hear a ting, that's all I can think of. It's some good just hit a home run in the Little League World Series or something. So, I like that most of the match was Sting and Jericho, old guy versus old guy, fighting each other, and young guy versus young guy, pillar versus pillar. I'm glad that's the way it was for the majority of the match. That's what we got, which was fine because people paid not to see Sammy or not to see Darby. They came to see Sting, and they came to see Jericho. Canada Dry, you want to go first?
This table spot by Sting.
Yes.
I was worried about the guy's health, man. I was like, and also did Sammy Guevara's leg get all bent up? Like, I was worried about all that stuff.
It looked like he almost got decapitated.
Yeah, like, oh my goodness, please don't do that anymore, Sting. Please don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
But the match was fun. I love that the story between Sting and Jericho is going to go further and further. And I think Sting's going to get a few more wins on Jericho before Jericho is going to retire.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Whew. Trey J, your turn.
I really enjoyed this for what it was. Like Darby and Sammy kind of pulled out some stuff here and there. Darby with the skateboard, catching the Judas effect, a lot of the good stuff, like a lot of the meat and potatoes there. The showmanship, though, Sting and Jericho head and shoulders above everybody else during this entire episode, quite possibly.
Yeah.
Couldn't believe Sting went for that splash. I was like, oh shit, we just watched Sting die.
Yeah.
Like y'all know I watch Impact, right? So like, I see PCO do crazy stuff all the time. Sting is 10 years older than PCO.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, in all honesty, like I feel like if you're 60, you're literal mid 60s, and you can move like Sting, you have done something right.
Yeah.
Like Hogan is like a little like 2 years older than Sting, and he can't walk.
Yeah.
And so, I got to give Sting all the credit in the world for being able to kind of just keep up the way that he has.
Yeah.
He didn't do a lot of high spots though in his career.
No, he didn't.
He definitely did though. Like Surfer Sting did a lot of high spots.
Yeah.
Like he was one of the first people in WCW to actually do dives outside of the ring. Like it was like him and Pillman were like the only ones that did that.
Yeah.
So,
but I think once he became Crow Sting, you didn't really see a lot of that.
No, he completely changed his character, and he didn't wrestle for a whole year. He just stayed up in the rafters.
Yeah. I mean, you gotta, this match gave us a lot for a Dynamite. Like we get this impression that they're going to try to do the Jericho and Sting thing at some point in time.
Yeah.
But this gave us a lot for a weekly television show match.
Yeah.
This match deserved to be the main event. This match did not disappoint. Even like the whole Sting sneaking up behind Jericho thing, a lot of things in this worked.
Yeah.
So, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
When the total age of the people that are involved is 120, you got to take what you can get, and we got more than we deserved here.
Yeah.
Justin, are you actually going to go to the show?
He's not going to go. He's like, I can't afford this shit.
Yeah, you can't afford that, man. Crazy.
Okay.
If you see prices for AEW, like big name, like anything that has a name with it is ridiculous. It's insane. They take the price of what it is to go to see them anyways, and then they multiply it by like 10 or 20, maybe 50 if it's all in and all out. But I mean, for the most part,
but then you got to buy food there and drinks too.
And then what, you think they're going to keep that $1 hot dog? Hell no.
One of these, like, I feel like when we actually replay this, like JFB is gonna dub over everything he said during this show, because he's just like blah, 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 blah. Like, I have a whole new perspective on this because now I know what that feels like. That was the first time for me, like last week, what I told you about before the show. So it's like now I get it.
Yeah,
now I can recognize it so well. Oh,
Trey J, it's like when Homer thinks that when he's drunk he's charming.
Yeah, yeah. So, anyways, hey guys,
put the fly in your drink. Oh, it's all good.
Man, Golden Graham saved me here. What are your thoughts on the match?
Okay, so match was fun, entertaining. I love the fencing with the bats, but like honestly, as bad as that table spot was, like for a second, I thought it was going to be worse because for some reason I thought Sting was going to do the coffin drop off the ladder.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't do that.
We'd be talking about a different story because if he hit the same way he hit Sammy, he could have killed Sammy too. Let's not say, oh, poor Sting. Yeah, I mean, hey, this is a guy that's got like 35 plus years of experience versus a guy who's got like 10.
Yeah, and after you could definitely see that he busted his mouth open because he just had massive amounts of blood.
Oh yeah. He
went to a little bit of carbon fiber in there from the.
He might have.
He might have ruined Sammy's chances of having a second kid.
Yeah, it's gone. if it hit the way it looked like.
Let's spoil that kid.
They showed it not once, not twice, but thrice. Holy cow! In slow motion, it was freaking. Oh God!
It was bad.
I don't know how he walked after it.
That adrenaline rush.
And he got up and finished the match and brought the match home at the time when it should have been, which is 5 minutes past 9:00.
Yeah.
It was a great freaking match. I mean, it was
like when they mentioned it being in the overtime, I said, "Oh, this is new." Okay.
And the fact that Jericho took the time to gig is as old school as old school can get. The hero backs off while the bad guy starts cutting himself. Oh. and then he tapped. Jericho tapped.
Yeah, I think that was the most surprising thing is Jericho tapping out.
Yeah. I was shocked too because that brother needs a win. He's eating a lot of losses. The belly's getting full. He's going to start regurgitating, and it's going to be like, hey, remember Chris Jericho from '98? I'm going to dress just like him, and I'm going to wear a new sweater, and then blah blah blah. Like it's going to be bad. We're going to get regurgitations of gimmicks he knew he was over, and it's going to be horrible. We're seeing it now. He showed up as the painkiller. It was cool the first time you did it in AEW.
Should we do our bells?
Yeah, you know what? First we got to talk about
McMahon performing Stand Back. I think they should.
I have no idea what that was.
That wasn't me.
McMahon playing Stand Back.
All right, so wait. So everybody did hear something, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What the hell was that?
I don't know. It wasn't on my end.
Vince McMahon playing Stand Back is what I heard.
Yeah, that's what I heard too.
What the hell?
Man, that's some paranormal stuff. Maybe we can talk about that on what's happening this week.
On Friday. We had a ghost invade the show.
Yeah. That was weird.
Man.
And he wants to talk about Vince McMahon singing Stand Back. Like,
Stand back. Well, I'll give you something to talk about. Let's talk about my mustache. Thin and sharp it is.
Stand back.
Oh, Trey J, you go first. Number of bells, favorite match, and segment.
Wow, favorite match of the night. This was I gotta say that my favorite match of the night definitely had to be Sting and Darby Allin versus Jericho and Guevara.
Yeah.
Mostly because they didn't have any competition as far as the matches go.
Yeah, they had zero.
Yeah. This was but that match itself was solid. The only other thing probably was the 6-man, but it was kind of like a foregone conclusion once the Dark Order was involved. So
yeah.
My favorite segment though probably was MJF with the T-shirt.
Yeah,
trying to make the whole MJ Cole thing work.
We're gonna see Adam Cole wear the hell out of that shirt. He's gonna be
gonna sell
this desert.
Oh yeah, it'll sell.
Yeah. If they don't have it, we'll come up with it for you.
Oh, absolutely, and it'll probably work.
Yeah.
But as a whole, the show probably gets about 2.5 bells.
Yeah.
It was definitely. It's hard to come off of a huge pay-per-view, which probably was the first pay-per-view in a long time that had 3 5-star matches.
Yeah.
And trying to follow that up at all is difficult.
Oh yeah.
What I think I found most interesting though was how they, for the first time on Dynamite in a long time, they've avoided kind of going to what's the next what next week's Dynamite's going to have on it.
Yeah.
That was an interesting, kind of an interesting thing that
use it on Collision and Rampage Collision to draw you back in next, because you go into Monday, it's Monday Night Raw, NXT. By Wednesday, some people are just like, I think I'm going to just stick to WWE because it's only on 5 times during the week.
Exactly. When you
AEW's going for the same route, but all in a row,
this week alone has 12 hours of WWE content.
Yeah. Exactly.
And now AEW is like, hey, we want you to watch our 5.
Yeah.
Inherently, your 5 is in ring better, but
hey.
But some people just have bells for me.
Some of us don't watch BTE because it's just I know it's only 15, 20 minutes, but guys.
What BTE have you ever watched that was 15, 20 minutes?
Oh, man.
There's a couple. Not many, but there's a couple.
Yeah, but I say most of them are sitting at around the 30, 40-minute mark.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watch them way, way late into the
night. So, in other words, you watch half of it and fall asleep.
Yeah, I watch half of it and I fall asleep, but I just think, oh, I got through that episode. It's 15 minutes long. This is nothing. I can stay up through it. Oh, thank God there are no young children.
This is taking way longer than it
Okay, so I'll go next.
You go next.
Match of the night is obviously the main event.
Yeah.
I'm giving my segment of the night to the aftermath of the Elite and the Dark Order.
Yeah.
Where BCC came out and the Dark Order just walked away. Found that a little intriguing, a little character development.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna give this like 3. Just it's nothing great, nothing bad. Just it was an episode of Dynamite.
Yeah. I'll go next because I want Canada Dry to always close us out. I think it's fitting. You're the myth. You're the legend. You're the Canada Dry OG. So I'm going to go next. I'm going to give it 3 bells. You know what it was? It was a show.
Mm-hmm.
There was no huge like video packages, no elaborate promos. It was just a show. Like, hey guys, guess what? We just came off of a 7-star Dave Meltzer special, first time ever for anything in the United States. Star. It was an amazing show. They followed it up with a show, and that's what they needed to do. They needed to catch their breath.
Yeah, it's like there's nothing wrong with it just being a show.
Yeah, it was just favorite match, main event. They built up for that main event. They wanted to get you invested in that main event because sometimes people are going to come across you who don't normally watch you. So you got to kind of keep it dumb. So they did exactly that.
And it was smart to put Jericho, sorry to cut you off, but the fact that it ran 5 minutes over catches a potential new set of people. Some old people who used to watch it, Sting and Jericho and WCW maybe. So
yeah. You know, hey, look, it's Sting and Jericho. I remember watching them in the 90s. What is this AEW Dynamite? Like, why is it over when
into a time loop?
3 stars. That's the match. Best segment, MJF. We don't deserve MJF. I don't know how long he's signed there for. Maybe they could go ahead and kill him, freeze him, give him like Ebola, freeze him, wait the 10, 15, 20 years it's going to take to thaw him out.
I'm so glad that we have that disclaimer at the beginning of the show.
Folks,
we don't want to kill MJF.
Yeah, we don't want to kill MJF. But, I mean, do we want to, like, freeze him? Like, just give him something. We don't kill him, but he just, like, he's sick. And we freeze him and unfreeze him. We give him the injection. Boom, he's already in the ring. He doesn't have to work out anymore.
Maybe make him a puppet like Pinocchio.
Yeah, it'd be awesome. And he would sell it. MJF, we don't deserve him. We don't. He's brilliant what he does. Canada Dry, end us.
All right. So I also thought it was 3 stars. And I think it was I was kind of piggybacking on what JFB said. It didn't need to be the blockbuster show.
Yeah.
Every week doesn't need to like wow you and go, oh my goodness, this is the best Dynamite ever. Sometimes, because if you do that every single week, you won't be able to do it.
Yeah.
So if you pace yourself one really good Dynamite a month, you're laughing. So I also picked Jericho and Sting as my main event and my match of the night. And I, unlike everyone else, enjoyed seeing Jack Perry's heel turn.
Okay. All right. Well, what's our combined score?
It is a 2.875. I just want to point out that Jack Perry's heel turn happened on Forbidden Door. This is the first steps of his heel journey.
Yeah.
And it's not great.
Yeah. He's already, if he's a vampire, he's already got those fangs, Joe. He's ready. That's when you have to saw his head off with a machete. Anyways. And well, now we're in the dark part of Dynamite After Dark now. So, all right. So, what is coming up for the rest of this week, Canada Dry?
We have tomorrow night.
We
have an interview with one PW announcer, and he's also. I looked at his I don't remember his name, but I looked at his resume, and he's been everywhere.
Oh, awesome!
Like this has been in Ring of Honor. He's been everywhere.
Awesome.
But then on Friday we have Wrestling with Paranormal, and we have a very, very funny episode. We are going to be talking about an episode that the Enlightened One presents.
Yeah.
Top 10 alien probes. We're going to go through the list. I'm going to tell you, like the Blue Blorp 5000.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, it might feel good at first, but it burns for days.
Oh, so you get that residual effect. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Now, the Blue Blorp 5000 will not be on the list.
Okay.
That's a free one.
Okay. There you go.
And then, of course, we on Saturday, we have Magic of Wrestling, and they're doing Money in the Bank pre-show.
Awesome.
And then on Sunday, we are doing Buy Now or Sell Now. And this is going to be a show where we talk about everyone in wrestling and where their stocks are.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about three panelists, and we're gonna are you going to buy them? Are you going to sell?
Yeah. Okay. I like that. That's a good idea. You're gonna have to text me later to remind me, but yeah, that's a great.
I know. I just thought of this idea on the show live.
Damn, yeah. Finally, U.S. and Canada meshing together, all through effing wrestling. Damn it! All right. Anyways,
the White House, and we burnt it down. Remember when Canada did that?
It's like, it wouldn't be the first time.
Would not be the first time. Probably won't be the last. You'll hit us at our weak point. We'll battle back, because we're.
You're like, can we borrow a cup of sugar?
England will get involved. They'll bomb us. Then the Russians will be like, well, everybody's picking on the Americans. Let's just see how badly we can wound them. Then we all become Cro-Magnon men.
I think let's wrap up the show. Let's do this. Let's do the ads.
So, anyways, by God, whew. Sometimes we go left when everybody's expecting us to go right.
Just when you thought you had the answers, we changed the questions.
So, you're wondering, well, how do I get in touch with you guys? Well, there's only two ways that you can go about doing it. You can go to the website, fnwrestling.com, or you can just look down in that description, and right there, right on the very top, it's all on social media. You can catch us on Facebook, Twitter. You can go us on Instagram. We're on TikTok. Man, if there's a social media and there's a gluttony of 14-year-old Asian girls, by God, you'll find the effing wrestling brand. Okay. Anyways, that's on social media right there. Now, you want to help the show and you've hung out with us so far, by God, you guys really love us. The only way you can do that is by pitching in. Now, you can do the YouTube route. Canada Dry knows it better than I do, but
yeah, we got it. But you can join in, hit the become a partner, and there's different levels. Very cheap. It's a little bit more expensive where you're helping out a little bit more. And this goes to big projects that we got coming up. I can't tell you what this project is, but we are working on something really big. Yeah,
it's ginormously huge. So
that's what she said.
That's what she said. But you want to go ahead and show the world, like the guy who stopped me in the middle of the grocery store. I'm arguing with the deli clerk, trying to get the extra scoop of potato salad after he's already waited. Just pop it in, man. I know you can do it. You guys write that stuff off all the time. The guy walked up to me and said, bro, I love the shirt. Where did you get the shirt? I said, I go to prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling where you can get the middle finger shirt. But as good as it looks on me, it looks way better on Natalia Markova, who also happens to go ahead and do our entire line, the All Effing Wrestling show. Man, it's good to have her on our side. You know, we got the cookies and she wears our shirts. So if you're a big fan of old school wrestling, and we know within the next couple of weeks, Dark Side of the Ring is going to be knocking on your DVR door. It's going to ask you to watch it. You're going to watch about the life of Adrian Adonis. Well, all you need to do is go to prowrestlingtees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get all of your Adrian Adonis gear. That is his newest shirt. We have one more that's up that just came out after this one. So go right ahead, grab a shirt, grab 2, grab 12, get the free shipping. And on behalf of the Power Glove of Glory World Effing Champion, my God. Top heel Trey J Styles, effing Golden Graham, I am the JFB.
And I just want to tell you that sometimes in life, we're walking down that road and it's not always easy. Sometimes we land flat on our ass.
Yeah.
We have to pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and remember to just keep fighting.
Oh, God, I hope this is our outro. Hit it. This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.